What's up, guys? Fix my hair. Oh my. How you doing? Happy Monday. Just waking up. Let's just reading over some news. All right, let's look at the economic calendar. See if I can get the right one. Yep, here we go. We got Lagarde, European talking. Not much craziness today. Evans talks at 6:15 a.m. That's pretty early. Wednesday, houses. Thursday, GDP. Friday, University of Michigan, and the last day of the month. Gonna be another last day of the quarter. Yeah, last day of the quarter too. So Friday we got last day of the month, last day of the quarter. And then next week should be. I wonder when CPI data is, but that's gonna be a fun pre-market. Wonder if it's next week. No, October 13th. So it's not the first week. So second week. But how you doing? Hopefully you guys survived last week with Powell. But pretty simple week. Right now, we've had pretty ugly. Let's just look at our charts. Just start charting away. Go naked. Look at what we're looking at in the month. Here's our base. We broke down. We base. Are we going to break down below and head even lower? But we are still. We are technically in a 4-month balance. Almost 5-month balance right here. That we've just been back and forth. On that weekly. We had our one little week up, down. Energy today, not daily. We're just kind of falling off a cliff. Kind of going back to this one. Main thing we're watching, I'm pretty sure everybody's watching, is this June 17th low. Right here, 36.40. 36.39. Gonna be a big one. You tell it is my daily supply here, or daily demand here, which we did catch a little bounce. That's where we caught a little bounce end of day Friday. But pretty much our little rally was here, and our little things there. Let's see. Well, there's no point in doing fibs. Should be the 5th wave down. We're due for a little correct. This is a pretty strong sell-off, but you can tell what I like to always look for is fair value gaps. That's going to show you where all the strong sell-offs are. We only have like a little tiny one here. We had one that was created here. and then our big daddy one up here. So since since this sell off, we really, to me, we've had a pretty solid, nice volume sell off. We push down, this is a nice balance. Push down, nice balance candle, nice balance candle. It's not like a straight sell off like previous. Right here, notice the difference here compared to here. This is more of a healthy sell. So just because shorts, saying shorts need to cover is not really necessary this time, because we have a pretty healthy sell-off. Disconnect. But everything, eyes are on here. And we drop it down. Let's go ahead and get rid of all these things. We had a 45-minute where we had that solid buy-in right here. Came back down. Let me show a little better. Came back down. European, shot back up, catching another bounce, but the bounce, I think we're going to break through it. We're going to break through this zone 36.56. Looks like we're going to head a little lower, but when market opens, it's all going to change. Our buyers going to finally come in. Don't know what they're actually going to be waiting for. They're just letting the market sell off to get it at a better price. That's the main thing. The hard part is trying to figure out the bottom, and something I'm doing a little different this go around compared to last one is I'm not trying to find the bottom. I did that last time and I kind of got eaten alive, so I'm going to let this one play out and see what happens from there. Let's watch to the upside. If we pop up this 3,700, I'm going to look to short. NQ, a little flatter, a little stronger than ES right now. SPY. If we do pop up, definitely watching this 374.34, which is our dark pool prints from Friday, our special prints. We had $1.8 billion that was unloaded. That was unloaded at that price. So that's going to be a pretty strong level right there. Same thing with ES. Everything's looking for that bottom pivot. And then, if we do fall, we actually do have pretty, this is a lot of bad structure right here. This November run up. One gap. And this is a pretty decent gap up, but it was filled. So let's take that. Let's have a look at that volume profile down here. Just certain spots. So we do break past this right here. I mean, we drop below like 350. I mean, we should be hitting 328 probably pretty fast. Let's look at oil. Oil's at $77 a barrel. This is not good. I mean, it's good for, your pocket. Don't really see any price action. Decent price action on oil. I was just mad that the one day I took off right here on the 22nd, the day after my birthday. that supply, 3-hour supply, broke down. We came back up, touched it right here, and man, we fell from there. I just have a feeling oil is going to consolidate around this area because this is the area Biden wants to do the reserves at $80 a barrel. So, but overall, I mean, this is pretty going down. 77.63. I mean, I seriously doubt we get that low. Man, we are losing viewers. I had a good amount of viewers. You guys can hit that like button and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, should have a few new Discords in here. If you guys are part of that few new Discords, pre-market, we just go over our charts. You know, I used to write everything down, but I need to get back into that. We just go over everything, go over our charts, go over our plays. You know, I'm not gonna announce, I'm not gonna alert every play we get into. So I do give, you know, these are good play ideas. You know, just look at the charts when I'm looking at it. Dixie. Something I drew on the Dixie is, look at this. Yearly, one touch there, kind of right there at that touch. We might be getting a little exhausted on a dollar index. But this thing, ever since I showed you guys this like consolidation right here, we did that, and then the market broke down. Tell that was a good reason to go short if you guys are just watching this. 10 years at 3.7. I mean, that thing's flying. UVXY. I always have up UVXY or VIX while trading. Always helps. We do have a little gap above right here at 13.4 on UVXY. We did hit this supply and rejected. It looks like we are coming back up to a pre-market. I'm definitely watching this downtrend. This is going to be a big tell-all. Weekly, that was just a straight. Daily. Yeah, I mean, my next solid demand's at 60. It's right there. VIX. We had, I can pick out a new line for that. I mean, we're right on our. I need to fix this up when I have some time. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna watch our trend. You know, the main thing is to watch your trend. So our trend's up right now. You can tell how long it took to break that 28 level. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like one fake out, and then finally broke. I mean, I think we're at the top. I mean, I could see VIX fly a little bit, but that's gonna be hard. You know, you don't want to look to go big short. This is the thing. The time you want to look to go short was when we're in our low 20s. Whenever we're down here, look to go short. Whenever we're here, you want to look to go long. So we're getting to that point where Might be going long, but of course, news, the economy trumps all technical analysis on every stock. So overall, got a 2-day. I'm gonna pop that there. You know, if we do come back down, could possibly come back down to 28 and then continue up. So definitely watching that. Just go to our charts. I always start on a chart. I always do a naked chart to start monthly. A lot of these stocks are at tough spots. Like charting wise, like we're going back to COVID levels. For supply and demand, are buyers really sitting in those levels? I doubt they're still holding call since COVID. So you know, my game plan is just to do intraday price action, and that's what I'm doing. But Apple, you know, Apple is going to be your stock if you have a long-term port and you want dollar cost average into anything. I do that to Apple. I'll probably start pretty soon. But, you know, overall, if you look at Apple's chart compared to any other chart, this thing has been rock solid. This should be your go-to. Your go-to on your long-term port. Right now, the only thing that kind of interests me right here is this kind of identical inverted hammer. But I still think we have one strong leg down. So it's hard for me to go long if I think we have one more solid leg down, especially if we break that pivot. I think all hell's going to break loose. But right now, last week on Apple, selling buyers tried coming in on it, sellers bought it right back down. So, you know, we do have for strat people, I do kind of follow it. You have a 3 and a 1, so we do have an inside candle. So a break of previous highs and lows would be good. And pop on this one, definitely 150. For some odd reason, Apple's been just chilling around that 150 level, especially till Friday. We bounced last week's lows because last week's lows. Just hung around that 150. Definitely want to watch right here. You can tell this 151.22 kind of held resistance. Let's go with this. We'll make it a level. So it was a support here. We broke below, it became resistance. This is just simple TA right here. You guys could take intraday. I always, you know, sometimes when I don't really get to see supply and demand, I go to this 5-day marker down here. You just pop on your 5-day and you kind of just look for levels. So like, here's your support, strong support because we had a good buy-in. You tell the next day, look, resistance. So that was a good level. But Apple, I am holding those far out puts. Which I think I only have 2. I think I had 7 total. We're able to keep averaging down on it. I got into it 1 or 2 days early. But Apple, keep that 150 level on watch, and just watch Friday's range. Break above, break below, and then the weekly levels. AMD, I mean, this thing's been getting ugly, or this thing just has been straight ugly. I'm kind of missed, this one. It's just 72 level. It's been if you just look at it, And we finally, support. We finally lost that. You could tell we had a pretty strong sell off. Kind of broke below, tested it, sell off. That would have been a pretty good play, 8%. But AMD, I kind of went long because I thought we'd kind of hit a bottom, looking for a relief bounce, and we never got it on AMD. AMD really not looking at anything. I don't know how to play NVIDIA, but AMD's kind of getting to the point where I want to grab leaps, calls, kind of start averaging into on my kind of bigger port. At this, I'm watching this 60 level. We have resistance, and we had a huge push up. Right now we're kind of in this bad volume area, bad run up we had. So we we're kind of, that's why we're dropping as we're dropping. But when we get back down here, this is what I'm really looking for. The 60 level, 56 probably got far out calls. Grab shares, probably, yeah. Shares would be what I would really start honestly doing. Amazon. Let's go to the monthly. Amazon a little bit stronger with Apple and Tesla, kind of helped the markets a little bit. Guys, if you guys are new, if you guys could hit that subscribe button, that would be awesome. I see some new subscribers. And hit that like button. Amazon, the main thing is going to be, is it going to break below? Will it break below that 102.36 level, which was a multi-year resistance right here, which it held. Resistance, support there, bounce back up, kind of coming back down. Weekly, I had an ugly week. After that 126 level, we had that 126 level that was a previous pivot here, 126. So we had a pretty decent, was kind of held here, bought us up. So that 126 we broke below, came up, tested from underneath, and then just kind of sold off. But overall, the market sold off pretty strong. But Amazon, the main thing is going to be that 102.36. I think I can see it going down, back down to there. I might look at, if we do have a leg down, I can see us going down. Google. Monthly definitely looks a lot weaker than and most things in the market. Kind of broke its range. You go look at ES. ES is still in that range right here. Google definitely broke below. Weekly. Google doesn't look so good. Doesn't look hot at all. It filled that gap. Basically just had this big flag. And, had a couple buddies grab puts up here. Just the best thing to do. Came down. And then just like most stocks, we're just filling in this bad, we have this gap. Just this bad volume, but look at that big chunk. That was pre-split, so it's kind of hard because the volume was bigger. What it looks like. Pretty much in the middle. So, once we broke that volume node where, we should be hitting 95. We have really no volume here. So Google was a good play to the downside, but also Google is a good play to the upside when the market starts reversing. Google long term, has a crazy cash on hand, has crazy earnings, just like Apple. So, Apple, Google, AMD are my go-to. Meta, I'm definitely keeping on watch. We have Meta and Microsoft. Keep on watch. They're a little bit stronger than the market the past few days. With Microsoft, our Meta, I mean, we nailed this. Wish I would have went farther out, but we just had that key level right here, 155. We nailed it. Right here, we got puts right here with that beautiful retest. We had a strong push, beautiful retest, grab puts. Also, you can tell, look, support, create resistance, look, another resistance. Look at that sell. So, most stocks just go level to level right here. Support. We broke below. What did we do? We came back up, tested it as resistance, and then continued down. The Meta, you can tell Meta Friday. Look at that decent price action. Kind of held up. Do we have any economic data at 8:30? Chicago federal and national activity. Nothing really. But definitely watching Meta. My ideal play would be kind of like that. It's kind of what I would love for Meta to happen. Microsoft, same thing. Microsoft, look at it. Pretty decent price action, holding up. It's holding up from this volume. It doesn't, you tell compared to the previous stocks we showed you where it had this bad volume back here. Microsoft's kind of decently holding up. So keep Microsoft on watch. To upside, I just had this weekly supply at 256.20. There, we do have a gap above. But most of my plays are going to be based on intraday price action, I think. NVIDIA, semis stayed a little bit strong. The past few days, these things have been beaten up. NVIDIA from its highs, 348. What's up, Brad? But it's hard to go long on NVIDIA. NVIDIA's just kind of stuck here. But I think once the market gets strong, definitely watch Apple, watch Amazon, watch Google, watch Microsoft, watch NVIDIA, watch Tesla. All these stocks that I have, you guys can't see, or pop it over. Right here, my main watch right here. Once you start these start growing, gaining strength, we could definitely see a nice move up. Some of them are starting to gain strength, but last couple of days would have been weak. Weak has been Apple and Tesla. Tesla fell off a cliff, and that's that helped the market pull back. I think when we were kind of this little pop up on Apple kind of held the market up. I think the market could have definitely sold off more if Apple was just a little bit weaker. Looks like Tesla's heading back to where we bounced before. And it's probably going to gap fill, I think. I'm kind of watching. Kind of a bigger level. We can tell we have resistance, 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 resistance. We broke above. We tested it as a support, and then we shot up. So are we able to come back to this, 256 to 250 level and hold it as support? If not, what I look for is the retest and continuation. Simple TA. Unlike NASDAQ, if you look at NASDAQ on the daily, if you guys know, fair value gaps are spots between, or just basically straight selling in a candle. So there's a one fair value gap. And on this area, that's the only spot that's a fair value gap since September 14th. It's almost 2 weeks. We've had only one fair value gap on NASDAQ. But if you look at Tesla, just in 3 days, that's a fair value gap. And it's probably going to create another fair value. I mean, that's a big fair value gap. So it created a huge fair value gap. 22nd. NASDAQ did not, or it did a little bit. Created a small one. But with my rambling, that just means that Tesla was super, super weak. Super weak. Oh, it's like, why is it not showing any volume there? Look at your volume. Most of the volume was probably like let go here. We came down, kind of had like a little consolidation here, came down. The Tesla, right where it's been rejecting, is the .5 fib from that all-time high to a recent swing low. There's a 0.5 fib, we just cannot get over. This is going to be the ultimate short squeeze. Get rid of that. The ultimate short squeeze on Tesla right here. Tesla ever gets up here and breaks over, guys, you guys better be starting to full port everything into this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times it's rejected this 315 level. I mean, once it breaks that and gets over, once it breaks 315, you can see 320, 330. Over that, I mean, we're going up to here, 370. Could happen in a day. I'm waiting for it. Set your alert. Set your alerts at 312. Don't miss that when that happens. It's just shorts being built up. 1, 2, 3. So there's just a bunch of short selling volume up here. Once we break over that, we're golden. Not really gonna go into much other stocks. Something I'm kind of watching is Lucid to the upside. Did print a nice hammer candle right here. Could see a little upside. Roblox. Bouncing from a 24-hour zone here. Could see more upside. Came back down. Could see pop up. Roku's at all-time low. Shops destroyed. Snap, no. Square, no. Boeing, I can see Boeing go down a little bit. But also look at how it sold off. Sold off unhealthy. So it's going to eventually fill all that back in. Let me get this. Hold on, let me find that. I'll show you a few things. It'll pop up on here. S&P 500 seasonality for the rest of September. I'll just let that play. You know, I don't have to explain that chart. Just be prepared. And then we have, no, I just want to see if I can do this. There we go. Here's your sector rotation based on, you know, our cycles. So our bull market, we had tech, basic materials, industrials, you know, that was our rotation. You know, once we hit the top, we start rotating out of tech into energy, which was true. Energy exploded, tech took a hit. We're starting our, you know, we in our bear market right here. Our economy is not in a full recovery though. You know, energy, staples, healthcare. A lot of people are starting to look at healthcare. You look at some of these charts on healthcare. They look pretty solid for nice. I mean, that's looking beautiful. J&J, kind of the same thing. PFE. Oh, the vaccines don't look so hot. UNH. I mean, this thing's just in straight beast mode though. But that ABBV and what's Merck doing? Merck seems like we're kind of just flagging the same thing. Definitely watching these for rotation into healthcare. Not looking at staples, and then just waiting on banks. Banks are eventually going to go. We're just waiting for that late bear market. I think we're still. Are we early recession? So once we get our market bottom, finance, you know, you'll start seeing us back rotate into tech. Right now, money's out of tech. So kind of like, I think we're kind of like right here. Either be here or here. I'm just not 100% sure. But I think energy's we've already had a rotation in and out of energy. We might have another push on it. And then the last thing I wanted to show you guys is you know, if you guys are holding positions, always keep a watch. We are full of Fed speakers this week. We have Powell Tuesday, Wednesday, Bullard Tuesday, Thursday, Mester Monday, Thursday, Brainerd Friday, Bowman Wednesday, Friday. So we're full of Fed speakers, probably because they go out in their blackout period soon. So they always like to get their speeches in. But definitely watch. You know, your position if you guys are holding. Let's just go over ES and Q on what we're doing. Yeah, I'm definitely want to short here. Hopefully this would be nice if we hit here at 9. Drop. This would be awesome if we hit here at 9. Drop till market open and then push like that. But right here, I love the supply. You have a nice doji. We love a smaller base, strong sell. And what we do, we broke that previous swing low, so we broke structure. And we're turning back up. So that's what we're looking at, you know. You know, if you do want to have a little decent push up, you know, I'm definitely watching this zone support. We broke below, create resistance, see what's going to happen from there. As of right now, we kind of are holding this this level here. There's our support bounce, broke below, resistance, create resistance. So today, if we do have a nice push up, definitely kind of watching that. But that's going to be it for me today, guys. Appreciate it, guys. Hit that like button on your way out. For the new Discords, I do this every morning. Usually it's a lot easier, but you know, we've just been selling off, so it's really hard to, you know. Well, once we start going up, we'll definitely have a lot of supplies, a lot of areas where